Good morning, children. In today's session, I'm going to take revision for 7th standard. So, in the previous class, we have completed the objectives, student. Now, we are going to go to the question answers and detail, okay? And already I have told you all what are the lessons for you all. So, first you take the first lesson now. That is in the page number 21. You have question answers, okay? So, first, that is page number 21. First question. With the help of a diagram, state the laws of reflection, okay? That's the first question. What is that? Page number 7. Okay. Question is, with the help of a diagram, state the laws of reflection. So answer the following. First one, with the help of a diagram, state the laws of reflection. This is a first question. It's in page number 7, children. Okay? That is, you have to draw this diagram, which is in page number 6. Okay? That is, this diagram you have to draw and you have to write. It's in the page number 7. See on the left side. Down you can see this laws of reflection. You have already marked this, student. So once again I am telling you all. 2 points you have to write. First point, the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. That is, I is equal to R. Then second point, the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence lie on the same line. That's the first question. Then second question, what are luminous objects? Okay, so the answer is, see the fourth question, what are luminous objects? Okay, all objects which emit light energy by themselves are called luminous objects. Example, sun, electric bulb. Okay, the next is the moon a luminous objects? Okay, the answer is no, the moon is non-luminous. The reason is that moon does not, sorry children, yes, the reason is that moon does not produce its own light. Instead, it reflects the light of the sun falling on it. Once again I will tell, no, the moon is non-luminous. The reason is that moon does not produce its own light. Instead, it reflects the light of the sun falling on it. Okay, next question. What are the 3 types of materials based on the absorption of light? Absorption of light. So this is the 6th question there in the book. So answer is transparent material, translucent material and opaque material. Next, what are the parts of shadow? What are the parts of shadow? So answer is what I have given, umbra, penumbra. Then, what are the properties of, this is from the lesson 1, children. Okay, what are the properties of shadow? What are the properties of shadow? You can take page number 10. Yes, you can take page number 10. See the right side last, you can see first point given, the properties of shadow. You can see from down on the right side. Yes. So, all objects do not form shadows. Only opaque objects form shadows. Second point, shadows will be formed in the opposite side of light source. Third point, it cannot be determined the characteristics of an object by its shadow. Then fourth point, the shadow will be always darker, whatever may be the color of light rays. Fifth point, light source, opaque object or shadow all are in a straight line. That is 6 points are there, children. So I gave you 3 points only. That is first point, second point and the fourth point. First point is all objects do not form shadows. Only opaque objects form shadows. Second point, shadows will be formed in the opposite side of light source. Fourth point, the shadow will be always darker, whatever may be the color of light rays. This 3 points is enough. Okay. Then next is take page number 17, page number 24. Sorry, question 24. What is shadow? What is shadow? What things are necessary? What things are necessary for the formation of a shadow? For the formation of a shadow. Okay, this is a question. That's the 24th question. That is in page number 10 they have given. That is given in the classwork. Okay, the answer is shadows are formed because light travels in a straight line. Shadows are always against opposite side of light source. Shadow is formed by opaque objects that stop eye from propagating. This is the answer for the 24th question. That is totally, I have given 7 questions from this lesson. Okay. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions. How many questions I give from this lesson 1? 7. Okay. Or you are taking down this, children? Yes. Now next is lesson 3. Okay. From the lesson 3. Take page number 64, lesson 3, page number 64. First question, what is the chemical name? What is the chemical name of the polymers that make up cotton? So answer is cellulose. Okay, I have given there cellulose. Then second is what gives plastic different qualities and characteristics? So what gives plastic different qualities and characteristics? Answer is different chemicals are added to plastic to give them various qualities and characteristics. Okay. So what is the question? What gives plastic different qualities and characteristics? So this is the question. Okay. The next is sixth question. Give 2 examples of thermosetting plastic. So answer is bakelite and melamine. Okay. So give 2 examples. Give 2 examples of thermosetting plastics. Okay, this is one of the question. The next question is, what is the 5R principle? What is the 5R principle? Okay. So the question is, the answer is in the page number 57. That is page number 57, right side you can see second para. Right side second para, second line. Plastic disposal is a 5R principle. Refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. You can see already I have marked and written in your classwork also. So those who have watched the classes daily, you can write this easily. Okay. So this is a question. The next is what does the term biodegradable mean? What does the term biodegradable mean? Okay. So for this answer we have written in the notebook. So what does the term biodegradable mean? A material that gets decomposed through natural process and action by bacteria is called biodegradable. Okay children. Then how many questions we have written in this? 5 questions from lesson 3. Next we are going to go to the lesson 4. Okay. So have you copied down this question in your book children, in your classwork? So all this you have to learn, from this only you will get for your exam. Okay. So if you be thorough with these questions what I have given, you can easily write the answers. So be thorough with all these questions. All easy questions only I have given for you to learn. So next lesson 4. In this lesson, page number 78. First one, name some of the common antacids. Name some of the common antacids. It is in page number 67 children. Right side down, second para. From down if you see it's second para. Most of the common antacids are, name some of the common antacids. In that para, second line. Sodium bicarbonate, calcium carbonate, magnesium hydroxide, magnesium carbonate and aluminum hydroxide. This is the answer. Okay. That is from name some of the common antacids. Then number 2, define combustion. Define combustion. That is in page number 78. That is left side you can see the points. Okay, from down if you see 5th point. From down if you take 6th point children. Keelende points pathina 6th point parunga keelende. Okay, already if you have marked means it is easy for you to see. The chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to produce heat is called combustion. What is that? The chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to produce heat is called combustion. Okay children. The next is what is ignition temperature? What is ignition temperature? So what is ignition temperature means? Same page 68. See the from down, see the 4th point. Keelende vaanga 4th point parunga left side la. That is the minimum temperature at which a substance catches fire and burns is called ignition temperature. The next question, define calorific value. Define calorific value. Okay, that question same page. Keelende adhe pathina 3rd point. The amount of heat energy produced on complete combustions of 1 kg of fuel is called its calorific value. Then take page number 79. In page number 79, and see the 6th question. See on the right side, first question 6. How many types of combustion are there? How many types of combustion are there? Okay, how many types of combustion are there? Answer is rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion and explosion combustion. Okay. Same way, seventh one. What are the essential requirements? What are the essential requirements? Essential requirements for producing fire. For producing fire. Answer is fuel, heat and oxygen. Okay. So this short answers. Then, so from this is from lesson 4. Then, lesson 4. Now we'll go to the lesson 5. Animals in daily life. In that, see page number 91. Lesson 5. Page number 91. First question. Write about any 2 dairy products. Write about any 2 dairy products. Answer is 1 paneer and 2 cheese. These 2 are dairy products. They are nutritive food containing protein and calcium and are made from milk. Next question is, what are the 2 types of fibers that are obtained from animals? Answer is wool. Silk fiber is obtained from the cocoon of silkworm. Second point, wool is got from fleece of sheep or goat. Okay, children, did you understand? So, second question is, what are the 2 types of fibers that are obtained from animals? The next is, what are the characteristics of wool? Give any 3. What are the characteristics of wool? Give any 3. Page number 86 you can take. See here. Page number 86, left side. See here, write the characteristic features of wool. You are able to see that point wise. It is resistant to heat, water, wear and tear. It absorbs moisture. Wool insulates against cold, so wool is a good insulator. It does not wrinkle easily. Okay. So next question is, write about any 3 uses of silk. Any 3 uses of silk. It is in page number 88. Page number 88, uses of silk. See here, left side first para. Okay, in that third line, it is used in the manufacture of classical and high fashion clothes, modern dresses, particularly silk sarees, the elegant of beautiful dresses. First point. Second point, it is also used in household for making wall hangings, curtains, rugs and carpets. Third point, it is also being used in the manufacture of surgical threads for sutures. Okay. Now next is, what are common diseases? What are the common diseases? What are the common diseases that are found in poultry? Okay, question that is in page number 84. Page number 84. See this page, children, page number 84, right side. Here ஒரு picture இருக்கு, அதுக்கு மேல ஒரு tabular column மாதிரி இருக்கு பாருங்க. That is only, okay. That is first is salmonellosis caused by bacteria, Ranicart disease caused by virus, aspergillosis caused by fungus. Okay, that is the answer. Then write the uses of the wool. Write the uses of the wool, that is in page number 86, left side down. Okay, last para. That is, wool is a multifunctional fiber with a range of diameters that make it suitable for clothing, household fabrics and technical textiles. 2/3 of wool is used in the manufacture of garments, including sweaters, dresses, coats and active sportswear. Blended with other natural or synthetic fibers, wool used as ad drape and crease resistance blankets, anti-static and noise absorbing carpets. Okay, so these are the question answers. Next we will go to the detail. Okay, then this also, children, how are chickens classified? Okay, how are chickens classified? I have given this in your classwork. Okay, how are chickens classified? So it is in page number 84, right side you can see. Here, see this. Layers, egg-laying chickens. Number 2, broilers. Ones that are reared for meat. That is the question. Okay. So in this lesson, we have finished the short answers. Okay, question answers and even brief, short answers and brief. All will come from this lesson only. Okay. Now next we will go to the detailed answers. Okay, children. So with this we are finishing the short answers. Now we will go to the detail. Take down this everything in your classwork, children. All these question answers. All from these question answers only you will get for your exam. So it should be thorough. Short answers you will get, brief answers you will get, detail. From this questions you will get short answers and brief, and separately you will get detail. Children, so many question answers there. So short answers you will get, answer the following, and then answer in brief you will get, and then answer in detail. Okay. So that answer in detail, that is from lesson 1. Okay. Page number 22. That is question 2, 4 and 5. Question 2, 4 and 5. Question 2 is, what are the difference between luminous and non-luminous objects? Give 2 examples of each. Then 4th question, differentiate between a reflection and a shadow. 5th question, what are the characteristics of an image formed in a plane mirror? Then 7th question, okay, 7th question, define the following terms: A incident ray, B reflected ray, C normal and D angle of incidence, from the first lesson. Then from the 3rd lesson, that is from lesson 3, page number 64, detail 1. Okay, that is detail 1, list advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Then you will go to the 3rd lesson. In this 3rd lesson, you have lesson 4, in that page number 73, detail 3. Okay, that is explain the structure of a candle flame. Okay. Candle flame. Then from the 5th lesson, Then lesson 5, page number 91, detail 4. Write the uses of wool. Okay, this is only. So from the lesson 5, page number 91, detail 4, write the uses of wool. And then this one, page third lesson 4, page number 73, detail 3 is there. Okay, that is explain the structure of a candle flame. Then third lesson, detail, that is Roman number 10, Roman number 11, long answer. Okay, lesson 3, first question, detail, list advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers. And from the first lesson, so many have given, 4 questions I have given, that is question number 2, what are the difference between luminous and non-luminous? 4th question, differentiate between a reflection and a shadow. 5th question, what are the characteristics of an image formed in a plane mirror? And 7th question, incident, reflected, normal and angle of incidence. Okay, apart from this, we have a diagram, children, that is diagram. You have to draw neatly and mark the parts. Okay, if you mark the parts only, you will get the marks. That is in page number 73. Mark a label, diagram of a candle flame. Okay, children, this diagram you should be thorough. See on page number 73, you are able to see this candle flame. You have to draw. You have to color it also, different colors you have to give for outer zone, inner zone, middle zone, everything. You have to mark everything what is there. Only then you will get full marks. Okay. So this is the revision for. So already we have completed the objectives in the previous classes. Questions I have written on the board. Okay. Answers also I told you orally. Even you have written in your classwork also. Okay. So be thorough with this question answers. You will get short answers, brief answers, detail, and then this diagram. Okay. So be thorough with this. I have given the detail. Question, page number and detailed question also, and one diagram. Okay, so be thorough with this. From this revision only you will get for your annual exam. Learn well for the exam, children. Thank you.